The only certainty with Bitcoin is uncertainty. So let's check the price. Let's check what's going on in this market right now. Try to figure out what's about to happen here. At best, we can give you a potential prediction based on where we are and what's going on right now. I'll show you what I'm looking at, and we're going to stick with a 4 hour today. We'll hop around just a little bit, but there's news that we probably need to know. I got a little chart here to show you that might make a big difference. Now, first up, on the 4 hour chart, the price action came down to the 200 SMA, been moving under it. And look, in the last 7 days, we've seen, not only did we see $77 billion enter the market, we saw 85 come back out. So we are no better, no worse than we were a week ago before the XRP news happened. This became a liquidity pull. However, it should be noted that XRP is still having a nice little run. XRP is still having a good moment. And when that's the case, and if that's the case, then that means that the money that's going into XRP came out of Bitcoin, came out of all the altcoins in order to pump that price. And we're still feeling a little bit bullish about that price. So that's probably not great for the altcoin market, but we're here to talk about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin liquidity map tells me that most probably we are looking at a dip down towards 29,000. You can see the pressure on the chart right now heading down into that 29.8 range, possibly all the way down into this area right here. A lot of chop that came in over here on the way up. So I would assume that 29,000 is going to be the line to gain if we come down. And I don't think it's going to last very long. I think that this is going to pull liquidity, that it's going to make a big push, a concerted push, and we'll probably come back up, test that 32,000 again. But that liquidity map shows me, or tells me, as you can see right here, if you're a heat seeker, then you know when the heat starts getting turned up, then that's where crypto price goes. And you can see it over here. You can see it up here. So it's probably coming into this range. Once it comes into this range, the reversal will be imminent. We'll see something happen. Now, Bitcoin had been up to that point, holding steady at 30,000, but the selling pressure, because there was no price movement, we got bored. The move through this range hasn't been that great. When that boredom kicks in, it's time to take profits, time to look somewhere else for your investment needs. So we've tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times on this bottom, which is why it would look like this bottom of 29,007 is probably about to break. That's the way that it looks on the charts. And the reason for that, by the way, is June retail sales came in at 0.2, below the expectation of 0.5, which means that we're seeing a softening of the U.S. market. That means that the risk-averse investors are going to be pulling from Bitcoin. So we're seeing we're seeing sell pressure happening right now, which, normally we would look at this and we would say, this is exactly what the Fed wants. So it could be possible in 24 hours the reverse happens. You know how how fickle the U.S. market is. They like to do the opposite on that day and then retest it 24 hours later. So it's possible that we see a dip down to 29,000 today and a move back up into the 30,000 range within 24 hours. So that's what I think is going on. If I look at the day chart, I'm still pretty bullish about everything overall. We've seen this move to the downside, pulling off all the gains that we've made, but you have to just zoom back out and see all of the gains that we've made to this point. And then it becomes evident that we are still in this bull phase. We are green on the weekly, which is important. On the monthly, we flipped into green, which is important. So these lower time frames not looking good right now, but that's just the activity of the market. I don't think this is anything to worry about right now. Over the next 30, 60 days, I think we're going to have a nice one. But this is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again